Plus, the fight over pat-downs at airports. John Mica is a Republican out of Florida. He's also the ranking member of the Committee on Transportation Infrastructure. He will be the head of that committee come January. He's with me now out of D.C. How you doing, sir? Good morning to you. We're just talking to Byron York about this. I know you spoke to him, I think it was about a week ago, the 15th of November. Does the law state that airports have the option to opt out and have their own security and get rid of the TSA? And if so, is that something you would push for?
Well, first of all, I helped write the TSA legislation, and I'm concerned that the agency's getting out of control. And I've reminded airports that a provision that I put in the law in 2001 allows them to contract with private screening, still under federal supervision and TSA. We have about 20 airports that have already made that choice, but that's been in the law for some time. And my concern now with the groping, with some of the things that TSA has misstepped on, that this may be the time to start looking at a different model.
A different model would do what, and how would they be able to do the job better?
Yep. Well, when I wrote the law, we put in one airport of each size with private screening under federal supervision. Had a chance to look at that over several years, and not just my evaluation, but other evaluations, including GAO, said that the private screening under federal supervision works and performs statistically significantly better. So our main purpose here is in getting better screening and better performance, not to mention that we can get better costs for the taxpayers. TSA's mushroomed to 67,000 employees. When I left as chairman of aviation, we put a cap in the 40s. And just in the past few years, it's grown to that. I have 3,590 administrative personnel just in Washington, D.C., making on average over $105,000 a year. This is an agency that cries out for reform.
Okay, the reform could come, and you're going to have a big say in that come early January. But the other day you talked about, you said this, in fact, on the screen for our viewers. It's exactly what it is. It is a big kabuki dance. Talking about security theater. I mean, does the flying public think that this is all just a show?
Well, unfortunately, some of it is. And, you know, having started out in this, I first looked at the different models, some European, Israeli, even our federal prisons where we have maximum security, where they strip search you, where they do body cavity searches. And we found out that contraband still gets through, drugs get through, weapons get through. Now, what we've got to do is build a layered system, but TSA sort of missed the mark. Even with this pat down and advanced technology, it's being misapplied. And today, myself, Mr. Petri, who's the ranking aviation member, we're asking them to relook at how they're doing it. It shouldn't be done on a random basis. It should be done on a targeted basis.
Well, they are looking to you for solutions now, because you can bring all the problems you want, but unless you have a solution on the other side, a lot of folks won't listen. But John Mica, thank you for your time today. I know it was short notice, but you're getting headlines on this, and we will be in touch with you in your office come midweek next week as the Thanksgiving travel gets underway. Thank you, sir, out of D.C.